It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one, 11 yards in the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And that is a historic run for him, partner. With that pickup, he just broke Lamar Jackson's 2019 record for most yards in a season by a quarterback. No one has done it better across a 16 or a 17-game schedule. Now his name will be forever linked with the best runners to ever play at that position.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Right back to Mitchell here. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Here's Lance to throw it. And this complete to Mitchell. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. first chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 38, Wentz. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Nice play, man. Come on. Good job, baby.
On first down, Wentz. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll find Gibson here complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Wentz now on first down. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Javon Kinlaw
able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I should just say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet and make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give here to Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Lance going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
First down, Commanders.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run the jet sweep. Dotson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the draw, it's Gibson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
21 yards there, a big play on fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now Lance. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And this is incomplete. Oh, looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Going right back to Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Winston Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the counter, Gibson. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds McLaurin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Lance to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. Down at the 25. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance on the option left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game coming up on a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lance. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 40 remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. And Dotson, he's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back to throw, Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Wentz to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the 49ers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.